All right, it's week 2 of the NFL season. Your boy is back to give you the best NFL prop bets for the games this week. Now, last week, I went 3-2, so a winning record to start the 2024 campaign, but we're still looking for that first 5-0 week. So let's see if this is the week. Now, guys, in week 2, when choosing my props, a lot of my decisions had to do with trusting or not trusting a defense. So let's get right into it. We kick things off this week with the local teams, and we look at the Giants, who will be down in the DMV to battle the Commanders. Both teams are 0-1, and neither defense looked good in week 1. The Commanders were torched by Baker Mayfield and the Bucs last week, and while there weren't many bright spots for the Giants against the Vikings, rookie wideout Malik Nabers was one of them. In week 1, Nabers was targeted 7 times, caught 5 balls for 66 yards, and I like Daniel Jones to look for his best offensive playmaker again this week, especially against the suspect Washington defense. I like Nabers to find the end zone, so give me the rookie as an anytime touchdown scorer in week 2. Now we go over to the Jets, who will battle the Titans in Nashville, and we're going to look at their top wideout, Garrett Wilson. Now, the third-year wideout hauled in 6 balls for 60 yards in week 1, and this week he's going to be matched up against arguably the best cover corner in the league, Ladarius Sneed. Wilson's receptions line is at 5.5, and I see him not having as easy of a time catching the ball as he did against San Francisco. So I'm fading Wilson here, going with the Jets receiver under 5.5 catches against the Titans. Now, a defense who really impressed in week 1 was the Pittsburgh Steelers. They picked off Kirk Cousins 2 times in the ATL. This week, the Steelers travel to Denver to square off with the Broncos, and they will be up against rookie quarterback Bo Nix. The Broncos QB threw 2 interceptions in his first NFL game. Now he's got to face a Mike Tomlin coached team in week 2. Yikes. If Pittsburgh made Cousins look bad, then you can only imagine what kind of havoc they could wreak on Nix. Now, the line for Nix to throw a pick is at half an interception. Here we go. I'm rolling with the Steelers D on this one to rattle the rookie. Lock it in. Bo Nix over half an interception against Pittsburgh. Next up, we look at the Ravens and their running back Justice Hill, who faces the Raiders in week 2 and week 1 against the Chiefs. He clearly established himself as the passing back. Now, Derrick Henry, he's the lead back, but Hill actually outsnapped Henry 43-37. He also took all 11 third down snaps where a running back was in the backfield. Now, in the past game against the Chiefs, Hill was targeted 8 times, caught 6 balls for 52 yards. So for me, his receiving yards line here is crazy low this week at 12.5. Just feels way too low. Why, you might ask? Well, over his last 6 games, Hill has easily cleared that line in 5 of those games. I'm pretty confident that he'll see plenty of targets against Las Vegas. I'm going to take Hill over 12.5 receiving yards in week 2. And last but not least, we're going to look at another running back, but he is going up against a team that has struggled to stop the run. The Chiefs tailback Isaiah Pacheco's rushing yards line is 67.5. Now, this line moved up from 65.5 early in the week, and it's probably because other people see what I see here. Kansas City, they're going to battle Cincinnati in week 2, and the Bengals' run defense looked terrible in week 1 against the Patriots. And since he's lost to New England, the Pats rushed for 170 yards, with Ramondre Stevenson putting up a $120 on the ground. The Patriots, they're expected to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. However, this isn't new for the Bengals. They struggled to stop the run in 2023, and I don't see them fixing their run defense issues in week 2. So even with the line moving up, I'm rocking with Isaiah Pacheco to put in work and go over his rushing yards line of 67.5. And those are my player prop picks for week 2. Let's see if we can go 5 for 5 this week. As usual, people, enjoy the player prop picks, and most importantly, enjoy the games.